Hello, everyone, and thank you for this great opportunity and the invitation to be a part of the Rise movement that connects people around the world to debate what we think that needs to be the world after this pandemic that we are living in now. And I just want to go touch a few points with everybody because in order to build a new planet and a society where we can live, we have to address the issues the society has. And we are passing through this pandemic because of the slaughter of animals that is happening all the time. And because we are eating animals all the time, and not a vegetarian yet, but I'm doing the process of thinking, change my habits now because the way we do and deal with the animals in the world is bringing this pandemic. We brought another pandemic in 2009, and this is the way that we are ending up the Amazonia, for example, here in Brazil, because we need to address this kind of issues because the environment is needed our help and attention. And that's only happened because of the capitalism. It's all predatory and use everything, the resources that we have, but also as well put the kind of element, a kind of food that we're going to be eating as something that it looks only for the rich people to become vegan. But also I wanted to address, like Christine was saying, the Black Lives Matters because I'm Black. I'm doing it only 22 of 513 congressmen, congresswomen are Black in Brazil. They describe themselves as Black and has together move around this movement. This movement that has been brought in the US, so much attention, explode around the world, even in the middle of this pandemic, has shown the violence that the police has brought to the Black community has been endorsed for many, many years, here in Brazil especially, on the slumbers, the favelas that we have. Just this year alone, we have more than 300 deaths by the state police going there. Most of those people are Black, but also we have 400 people that got killed by the COVID-19. So it shows this entire year we have the state killing people, even with the pandemic. And so the movement of Black Lives Matters going to the streets is very, very strong. And it doesn't matter if we don't change the way the parliament works, because if you don't have Black people thinking and working directly with the society, that's never going to change. The movement that is growing now is the movement to bring solutions for the future. Obono was elected in the US, was a Black president, but he doesn't have any kind of policies to bring down the violence against his own community, the Black people over there. Another thing that we need to address is how xenophobia is happening in the entire Europe, because the parliament in there has been prevent the borders, and those peoples need shelter, they need to be in another countries because UK, France, and many other countries in the European has brought the violence and the war for their shores. And for that sake, they don't have a place to go. So for that sake, I say that we have to address no borders as something that we have to look up for the future, because if we have borders and we have a parliament that is mostly white, and the xenophobia, it's always gonna be perceive and prevent people of colors, but people from other countries to be safe in the UK, France, and all the other countries. And finally, not and the last, we have all seen that we face the new faces in the world now, the new generation of fascism on the world. Bolsonaro has been one of the biggest threat for the Brazilian population. We have more than 1,600,000 of cases of COVID-19. He doesn't respect the international world of health administration. We don't have a minister from health in place more than 30 or 40 days now. And we have now close to 7,000 deaths on the country. So when you have a president that is open, LGBT phobic, racist, and you have a platform for those kind of people, you destroy what democracy represents. And for changing the world, we need to think how to people who use now the internet, who use now everything that we can connect to with social media, and how to present this as a magnificent tool for changing the world that we wanted to live in. It's a world without racism, without border. It's without misogyny that is killing all the women and sisters, the violence of the state, but also look to the economy that the states have to have in order to help to change this social and economic imbalance that we have around the globe. That is the capitalism that has brought us in every each single way. So to look to the future and to change the future, we need to look to address those kind of issues inside the society. We need to be aware of how those issues not only affect the everyday life of people around the globe, but also we need to address how the parliament is being addressed with those issues, because we cannot have like presidents like Trump or Bolsonaro having the power to dictate the future of the people, because Bolsonaro, as much as Trump, are destroying families' lives with their policies. And we need to be able to stop like the message, the fake news to spread. And we need, as a left, give the option for the people, and especially for the laborers of the world, to unite and to fight for a more just world. We can have peace amongst all of us. Thank you.